Hello, this is Matty Marvel. We're here today to discuss Espeon, one of the Eevee evolutions, and particularly, how do you beat Espeon? Like the other Eevee evolutions, Espeon is pretty easy to get, and it is pretty popular. Because of that, it only takes 25 candies to evolve an Eevee into an Espeon, so most people are waiting to get a good Eevee, and then pretty much evolving immediately. Eevee has that multiple limbed tree for an evolutionary chart, which means it can evolve into multiple different Pokemon. To make your Eevee evolve into an Espeon, you name it Sakura, Sakura. And that's actually good for one Espeon. After that, people think that you need to walk an Eevee 10 kilometers as your buddy, and then evolve it. And if you evolve it during the day, it will become an Espeon. If you evolve it at night, it will become an Umbreon. So you can kind of control how you get an Espeon, and because of that, they're showing up. They're also pretty powerful. They're probably one of the more powerful psychic Pokemon there is. Alakazam is also up there, but certainly they're showing up in a lot of gyms, and searches on my site for how to beat Espeon are going through the roof, which really surprised me because I don't think of it as a super powerful Pokemon, but it's popular, and sometimes that's just enough to make the searches for that type of thing go wild. So let's look at it. Espeon is a psychic evolution. This means it's vulnerable against Ghost, Bug, Dark. It's generally going to be good against fighting. And it's also going to have a defensive capability against psychic Pokemon. You may have had this happen to you, but in other games, you would occasionally have your psychic Pokemon go against another psychic Pokemon, and it was kind of like watching two Pokemon just kind of like slap each other because their attacks just kind of bounced off each other, and it was really annoying, and you probably really quickly switched out your Pokemon to something else. The movesets of Espeon. You have two quick moves, Zen Headbutt and Confusion. Both of those are psychic moves. And you have the special moves of Psychic, Psybeam, and Future Sight. Once again, all of those are psychic moves. So no matter what, with an Espeon, you are going to get all psychic moves. And that's, if you have one, it's going to have all psychic moves. If you're going to fight one, it's going to use all psychic moves against you. So that's kind of nice to know. That helps you understand what you should be using as your counter. Your best counters are going to be, from that Ghost, Bug, Dark group. And the ones that show up the most in that group, when I really ran the numbers, and I run the numbers based on using an equation by Professor Kukui to find the best damage per second that's going to work on a given Pokemon, and I look at the move sets of each of the potential counters, and then I look at kind of the population of counters that populate from that. And Gengar by far has the most combinations. He has top combinations, and he has the most combinations throughout. Generally, if you have a Gengar, it is going to work well against Espeon. So I definitely would try to use Gengar first. The best Gengar is going to have Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball. That's pretty consistent throughout. That is the top Gengar moveset. Another one that really populates a lot is Pinsir, the bug Pokemon. And then Scizor, also the new bug Pokemon. You have a couple other Pokemon appearing in there, and that's a Tyranitar, particularly with his dark moveset. His dark moveset, and also Houndoom. He is a new dark Pokemon that evolves from Houndour. That's a new Gen 2 Pokemon. Actually, it's kind of one of my favorite Pokemon. It's a kind of a scary-looking hound, and kind of like the Hound of Hell or something. He's really cool. So Houndoom would work well. And then Dragonite. Dragonite just appears. It's normally one that has Dragon Breath. Because that's just been a very powerful Pokemon. He appears in almost everything. So those are your major counters. Gengar, Pinsir, Scizor, Tyranitar, Houndoom, Dragonite. If you stick to one of those, you'll probably be okay in your battle against an Espeon. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this podcast on how to beat Espeon. And I hope you will check out some of my other videos on how to beat other Pokemon. I tried to you really get into the math and figure it out for you. And really try to figure out the very best counter you can use. And I also try to figure out ones that will stay good and not just change after when the game changes, because we know that the company will occasionally nerf Pokemon and alter their how their damage is calculated on their moves. So that's it. I hope you subscribe. Thank you very much. Enjoy future Toy Lab podcasts and enjoy your Pokemon battling.